Welcome to our MAP technical training video. In this video, we'll be showing you how to use our email notification feature with the student CPL trackers. To start off, I went to the main menu, Students, and Student CPL Intake. Once you're in here, you can either send the emails through these check marks right here, or you can go into the student's profile. In this case, I'm going to use the student profile by clicking Edit. You might be asking yourself, what do these trackers mean? Step number one would be the CPL docs verified. This is just uploading any documentation that they've provided or that you have based on the student's plan. So you can upload that into here. We also have the education plan created. Once you create that, we also recommend putting it in the document section so it's all in one place. Analysis completed, you would be looking at the student's program of study and program goals and determining which credit recommendations and CPL would benefit them for their program of study. And so you would then go through all their credit recommendations and either mark it as not applicable or implemented, which means potential credits. So then you could mark that off, and then after that, you can send it to a counselor to verify that this is the correct potential credit based on the student's program of study. Then the counselor can then go with the student, and the student can accept, deny, or appeal the credit for prior learning based on Title V. If they accept, you can then send this all to A&R to transcribed. And once they've transcribed, you can come back in here and just check this off. It won't send an email after this since there is not another step. For this example, when it comes to email notifications, I am going to say that I completed the analysis and I want to send it over to the counselor. So all I'm going to do is click the check mark and you will get this pop up. So who should handle the next step, which is going to be the counselor? You can select a current user that you have in MAP, or you can add a new user. If you add a new user, you would just need some fields filled out here. But you could go ahead and select, so I'm just going to select this example. It's going to populate their name in here of who you're sending it to. This is the subject of the email. And then you can actually type in here as an example of anything you want to say in here. We do recommend keeping the student profile link in here only because once they get the email, they can click this link. It'll take them to the login page, and then once they log in, it'll take them to the student's profile for them to easily take the action that's needed. And then, yep, so once you're ready, you can go ahead and confirm and send. This is what that email notification is going to look like to the recipient. They'll see that message that you typed in here, and this is that student profile link. So once this is clicked, it's going to take you to the login page. Once you log in, it takes you straight to here, like I stated before. It's going to stamp your name and the date when this was completed. You can always uncheck it, and then it'll still have your name and date, but it'll turn black again. Lastly, you can check these off without sending an email. If you do that, you would just click it, and then you would click confirm without sending right here. That's going to check it off. Lastly, if you accidentally click it and you decide you no longer want to have this pop up, you can click cancel or the X at the top. And last but not least, if we go back to that student list, you can still send it through these check marks right here, and it will still stamp your name and date within the student profile. But please let us know if you have any questions on this.